In the latest development, Ukrainian forces have successfully thwarted yet another Russian armored convoy near Avdiivka. The video footage, captured by drones from the Ukrainian 2nd Mechanized Battalion of the Presidential Brigade and the 110th Mechanized Brigade, showcases the Russian column advancing towards Avdiivka, which has become a strategic trap for the Ukrainian forces. Utilizing the drones, the Ukrainian artillery and infantry effectively engaged the Russian tanks and armored vehicles, inflicting significant damage on the enemy column and its troops. The Russian occupiers have persistently attempted to regain control over the areas near Klishchivka, Avdiivka, and Avdiivka in Donetsk Oblast, as well as Robotyne in Zaporizhia Oblast. Despite launching attacks on multiple fronts, their efforts have been in vain, as they have failed to achieve their objectives. In fact, a staggering 50 combat clashes have occurred on the front lines in the past day alone. The enemy has resorted to 7 missile strikes, 70 airstrikes, and 93 instances of firing from multiple launch rocket systems, targeting both Ukraine troops and civilian areas. The Ukrainian forces continue to demonstrate their resilience and determination in defending their territory against Russian aggression. With their strategic use of drones and coordinated artillery and infantry fire, they have successfully repelled the Russian advances, dealing heavy blows to the enemy forces. The situation remains tense, but the Ukrainian forces remain steadfast in their commitment to safeguarding their homeland. In this incredible video, we witness the complete destruction of a Russian armored convoy in Avdiivka. The footage showcases the heroic efforts of the Ukrainian 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade and their allied units as they repel the Russian attack. Despite the Russians' relentless large-scale assaults, they are only sacrificing their own soldiers and equipment. The Avdiivka front has become a graveyard for the invaders, with the Ukrainian forces inflicting heavy losses on both personnel and machinery. The acting director of the Department of Deployment Planning of the National Guard's main directorate praised the exceptional performance of the Omega Special Operations units. These elite forces excel in reconnaissance, assault, sniper, and counter-sniper operations on the outskirts of Avdiivka. Their relentless efforts have been instrumental in causing continuous losses to the occupying forces. In a recent update on his Telegram channel, President Volodymyr Zelensky reported that Ukrainian forces successfully thwarted a Russian attack near the town of Vuhledar in the Donetsk region. The enemy attempted to advance in the Vuhledar direction, but our brave soldiers managed to halt their progress, inflicting heavy losses on the enemy. Dozens of enemy vehicles were destroyed, and there were numerous casualties. Vuhledar, a crucial stronghold held by the Ukrainian forces, has been the site of some of the most intense fighting in the 20-month-long war. Despite the enemy's attempt to advance, Ukraine soldiers stood strong and dealt a significant blow to the enemy's forces. President Zelensky also mentioned that Russia is currently regrouping and recovering from its losses near the eastern town of Avdiivka. Their aim is to launch new attacks, but their efforts have been less active recently. The enemy is still attempting to encircle Avdiivka, but their actions have slowed down. According to Ukraine's Tavria military command spokesperson, Russia initiated a renewed push to encircle the strategically important city in mid-October. They employed sustained artillery fire, as well as infantry and mechanized attacks, in an attempt to overwhelm Ukrainian positions. The Ukrainian forces remain vigilant and determined to defend their territory against any further aggression from the enemy. With extraordinary courage, Ukrainian troops managed to repulse another Russian armored convoy near Avdiivka. Ukraine's 1st Separate Tank Brigade captured the fierce fighting via drone footage, revealing the brave actions of both sides. The video begins with 8 Russian armored vehicles and tanks moving towards near Avdiivka. Russian troops relentlessly shelled Ukrainian positions on the right, determined to break through their defenses. However, the Ukrainian fighters persisted, refusing to retreat. Suddenly, chaos erupts when a Ukrainian anti-tank missile hits one of the Russian BMPs. The impact triggered a massive explosion, sending shrapnel in all directions. The Russian vehicles were completely destroyed, a testament to the strength of the Ukrainian forces. Undeterred, another Russian BMP approached the wreckage of its fallen comrade. Unbeknownst to them, an anti-tank mine had been strategically placed, waiting to unleash its destructive power. As the BMP rolled over the mine, a second explosion rocked the battlefield, damaging and disabling two other Russian armored vehicles. In the aftermath, several Russian crew members are seen struggling for safety, their lives forever changed by Ukrainian resistance. Realizing the dire situation, the remaining BMP attempted to flee the scene, leaving the rest of the Russian troops in the Ukrainian line of fire. However, their efforts proved futile as they also fell victim to Ukrainian ATGM attacks. Ukrainian fighters have managed to neutralize an entire Russian armored convoy, dealing a significant blow to enemy forces. This amazing video was bravely shared by Ukraine's first separate tank brigade on their official Telegram channel. This is a testament to the unwavering determination and strength of Ukraine's fighters in the face of adversity. The Ukrainian armed forces have successfully destroyed Russian positions in the Kherson region, putting pressure on them in the Zaporizhia region. Ukraine's brave defenders are relentlessly targeting the enemy's firing points, effectively neutralizing their threat. Despite the Russians' continuous buildup of forces and their attempts to outmaneuver, Ukrainian defense forces remain steadfast in dismantling the enemy's potential. Ukraine troops are employing various tactics, including counter-battery fighting, to keep the element of surprise on Ukraine's side. It is crucial that the enemy constantly faces unexpected challenges. The Russians have deployed air defense systems and defense facilities, which have also suffered losses. On the mainland of the left bank, the enemy is struggling to determine the most advantageous area for consolidation. The Ukrainian armed forces are persistently eliminating the enemy's firing points and exerting significant pressure on them from the Zaporizhia direction. In just one day, Russia suffered significant losses in its aggressive war against Ukraine. Defenders of Ukraine managed to eliminate 850 Russian soldiers, as well as destroy 36 artillery systems and 24 armored combat vehicles that belong to the Russian forces.